Hi, friends, Romans, and countrymen. I'm host Eric. This is Rachel. And we're here live streaming a little bit. You might say to yourself, why, Eric? Why live stream now? Well, we've had a busy day.
We have. Oh my gosh.
I slept all day mostly.
I spent most of my day at the mall. I was on a mission.
You were on a mission to get a dress for a wedding that we were attending in August, right?
Yep.
And it's not this dress.
It's not this dress, but I did get this dress. Surprisingly, we thought it was Eric's shirt, but it ended up being this dress. How cute is this, guys? It's so airy and floaty.
I think the colors go well together.
The colors do go well together.
The brownish orange with the yellow. Well, that's a good match, color-wise.
It's just a nice, really I don't know. It's even a nice ass pattern.
It's got kind of a mod vibe to it.
Doesn't it?
Yeah. If you'd like to purchase this dress for yourself, it's available at the merch store,
Yeah.
Everybody loves merch. Let me bring that link up. I need to put that link in my list of links so that I don't have to get it every single time. All right, so I'm going to put the link directly to the TwFP stuff right here.
Hambone, we have a Buckley, Washington shirt too. Did you see that?
Yeah, Hambone. You really, instead of getting a TwFP thing, to get one of my Buckley, Washington shirts.
You sprained both of your ankles.
How did you manage to do that?
I sprained my ankle once during a hike. We were walking down the mountain and there were lots of wet. No, I didn't. Okay, good. Yay! Yay. And
look at that, Hambone. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's your hometown featured on a shirt in all of its glory. If you'd like to rep Hambone's hometown, that last link there is my design of the Buckley, Washington shirt.
Wait, so you really did?
He's saying no, he did not see the Buckley, Washington thing.
Sunderbugs and planted very awkwardly. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I sprained my ankle. There were wet leaves as we were going down this mountain, and I twisted my ankle and grabbed onto my friend and just went down, and my sprained ankle took about a month to really heal. They say sprains sometimes are take longer than bones to heal,
those injuries can sometimes last for your whole life.
Your whole life. That's
my right ankle is not as good as my left ankle because I turned it so many times with playing basketball. But
yeah. So.
But you know what'll make you feel better, Hambone? A Buckley, Washington T-shirt.
I know. I put a lot of time into that design. Oh, have you had any of the stuff from the jar that she recommended?
Yeah, I had a bomber's vote.
What do you think?
It's kind of spicy, huh? Let me pull another rip of it and pay closer attention to it. I wasn't really paying that much attention.
I feel it.
All right, so
I'm sorry to hear that, Hambone. I hope you have a speedy recovery.
You know what helps for sprained ankles? Aloe. The rebel aloe on
I wonder if you could put some like frozen
frozen peas.
No, well, frozen peas, but you could do one more and instead get like frozen meat from the butcher shop. Just right on those ankles.
Good point. But I would suggest, Hambone, you simply get your bones fused from your shin directly to your feet, so you don't have to worry about having ankles anymore. That would solve the problem permanently. Okay, let's try this. This stuff is called Wedding Tree.
Do you have them elevated too? Yeah, you might be waiting a while for that, Hambone.
And when you sprain your ankles, the proper place to go is not the orthodontist. Sorry.
I was hoping you would make a joke out of that.
So, I don't feel like I have a whole hell lot to say tonight. So I do want to announce that we have finalized our travel plans to Indianapolis on August 22nd, 23rd. I'm sorry, August 20th, 21st, and 22nd. Those are the nights we're going to be in Indianapolis. In particular, Sunday the 22nd will be available to see people hang out and stuff. We may be available some part of Friday evening, possibly. Saturday, we're probably going to be occupied with the wedding all day.
Yeah. Yeah, the wedding's all day. Personally, I kind of like maybe we could go for like a coffee or something on Friday. I don't really want to do anything big because
we're going to be tired Friday.
Yeah, I know myself. Like after a flight, especially, I like to like get into my hotel room and just like kind of be a sloth.
But here's the other thing to remember is, we arrive at 4:43 Indianapolis time.
Oh yeah, we'll be.
It's actually gonna be like 1:33 our time
here. Yeah.
So it's not gonna feel particularly late, you know.
I think I see a
juicer.
Yes.
Get it. I do plan on putting up a couple more TwFP designs besides just this one. I'm gonna do one that says TwFP instead of talking about Spanish people. That's good.
There's one more.
And I'm gonna try a couple other, TwFP themed things. I got a few things in mind. Anyway, I'm still waiting for my anime shirts that I ordered for Redbubble that got me into Redbubble in the first place. Was because I wanted that shirt, and I bought it, and I still haven't got it yet.
Wow!
But Rachel got her dress already. Yeah. Did we get anything else from them yet? No.
No, not yet.
It's a little bit slow to get your stuff, but I mean. That's if you're used to Amazon, like Amazon Prime, super fast shipping
seriously.
or whatever.
I mean,
but it doesn't really take
we're
that
so
long.
Spoiled with that. I get so impatient sometimes. I check like if I have a link to the tracking of whatever I have coming in the mail, I usually like definitely overcheck it. Like sevens and patience really is a problem. I shouldn't say a problem, but like it's an area where I think like I don't know, sevens aren't really. I don't know. I don't think sevens are really that patient.
I'm not impatient to get my shirt or anything, but typically I'll tend towards buying things from an actual brick and mortar store rather than ordering them.
Okay, so when I was shopping today, I was really upset because so I went to Nordstrom's last, and the lady at the counter, I asked where there was like prom and wedding dresses, like what, and she pointed to a rack. She's like, "That's everything," and I was like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "It's been really hard. Like it's almost like they're not really putting out new stuff." And it wasn't just Nordstrom's that it was like that. It was in other stores too, where it was very limited stock of the stuff that they had, and I had to go search for. It took me. Oh my god! It took me so long today. But I found a dress anyway, and I found it at Nordstrom, and I was really happy, to kind of like the girl who helped me, Sophia. Like she was really great. So it was nice to shop. And I was a little disappointed to hear that everyone's, online now shopping instead.
For girls, it's hard to shop online because the clothes, apparently, with girls' clothes, sizes aren't very trustworthy.
Yeah.
Like some brands will have a size that says size mia equals body mia, but some stores will have a thing that says size mia equals body pia.
Yes.
And so you never really know which sizing, apparently, if you're a woman and you're ordering stuff online. For me, it's not a big deal because it's always the same thing. It's like extra large shirt for t-shirts and stuff. And then if I buy pants, I know I have to get the long pants, like the ones that say extra long or something like that on. I have my numbers.
Yeah,
I don't have it on these ones, but on some pair of jeans, there's my numbers.
Yeah,
I'll look on that. I'll look on the back of the Levi's and see what my numbers are if I have to order pants or something.
Yeah, women don't have that either. Like, I never understood why.
You don't have a waist and inseam?
No.
What do you have?
We have okay, so I think maybe Levi's does have a waist, but it doesn't have an inseam. It's really, really annoying. So, like, they have, like, short and long sometimes, but...
Remember that episode of Friends where Joey's tailor measures his inseam?
Yes.
And, like, Ross is like, no, that's not normal what he's doing there, It's like, what? That's my tailor, Tommy. He always says that. He goes out there, he measures the inseam, he grabs the junk, he scoops it over.
Yes. Speaking of, I saw this like Chinese, I'm sorry, I shouldn't even like label a person. I saw this woman in the store of like, she was like definitely older than me. I'd say maybe like, I don't know, like 25 years older than me. And she was rocking a Friends shirt and Friends pants. And like in my mind, I'm like, ew, she's a really big Friends fan where she wants to be like, hey, I'm Asian. Like, stop the hate. Let's be friends.
I think it's just one of those people who doesn't get that. Who's just not FE, right? If you're FE, you might wear a Friends shirt. But you know that if you wear Friends pants too, you'd just be looked at as just some sort of like weird fanatic,
Yeah,
you're no longer expressing a reasonable amount of enthusiasm for something. Spacey told me a story one time of going to a rave or something in New York, and there was a guy who had on Rick and Morty hat, Rick and Morty shirt, Rick and Morty pants, I was just like,
Gosh.
oh, it makes me cringe just thinking about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's official. So, did you get our second email, Winston's mom, about the second hotel we're staying in?
Yeah, we're not staying. We're not staying in. It's August, Mac Daddy. How much more freaking notice do you want? Jeez. We're not staying at the Conrad for the third night because I called the Conrad and say, okay, we want to book an extra night in that room. But the thing is, Rachel's parents booked the first 2 nights for us with their Hilton Rewards or whatever.
Yeah.
And it turns out that to try to get a third night at the Conrad would cost us $450.
Yeah, for one night.
$450. So just down the street, we got a hotel for less than half that. It was after taxes and everything, it was under $200. So we are ending up moving Sunday night. We're spending Friday and Saturday night at the Conrad. Sunday we're spending at a hotel that's just a couple blocks away.
Yeah, so it won't be so bad.
I sent you the specs on that hotel. What are we planning on doing? There are no formal plans right now. Winston's mom keeps trying to throw out sort of general ideas like, let's go to the fair, let's do a hypnosis thing. I don't like the whole let's go to do something. We're there to hang out and talk and make videos and stuff, not be entertained by a stage hypnotist,
Yes, Ewan McKinney, it is in Indianapolis. We're going there for my cousin Ryan's wedding.
All right. So we're going to be occupied. We might have a moment or two Friday evening. Maybe if people want to get together for drinks or something, we probably could make a brief appearance at someplace for that.
Honestly, our hotel restaurant area might be really nice. They might have a nice bar.
It is really expensive, I suspect. The hotel's like the fanciest hotel.
Okay, then screw it.
Yeah, we didn't book the hotel, so we didn't know it was going to be this
No, we didn't know.
Hoity-toity place that we're
in.
No,
definitely didn't.
The hotel that we're staying at on Sunday night I sent you it in the email. It's called the Hilton Garden Inn.
Garden Inn, yeah, I believe so.
I think so. Yeah, you could chill in our hotel room. That's fine. We could all chill in the hotel room. Like Hambone did. If there's too many people for that, then what we should do is go to either a restaurant area where we can take over a back room or something.
Yeah.
Or if it's during the day, we could go to an outdoor spot to hang out too. Maybe there's Indianapolis Nature Area 4. And the hotel, let me tell you this, plane flights are ridiculously, we booked ours. The total price for both of our tickets, round trip for the plane tickets to Indianapolis is $420 or something like that. The actual flights were $32 a piece round trip.
Yeah.
But they have a lot of extra fees. We want to take a bag with us. We don't want to just have a personal item. So in order to add a bag, that's another $60 each person.
We need to travel with
round trip.
a bag.
So it's it starts out as $61 for a round trip ticket to Indianapolis. And you could successfully travel to Indianapolis for as little as, I guess, probably $85 or something for the two of us both ways. If we took the worst seats on the plane, brought no carry-on and no packed bag, just a personal item.
No bag.
Then it could be super cheap, but it's not a super long trip. But we also spent an extra $100 on the seats. The minimum extra we could have spent on seats was 40. And we went with the 100 because we got exit row, because I need a lot of leg room. So
I'm glad we did.
but in the end, the tickets were still super cheap for
Yep.
both of us, round trip to Indianapolis, $400.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
not bad at all. It used to be so expensive to travel by plane to places, and we booked 3 months in advance, which is so much better, right? 3 months, I think.
No, we do have a singular day to chill with the famous people, which is Sunday. Sunday, we got nothing planned. We were going to go home on Sunday, but we booked an extra night. So, but the key thing is the time that will be available is the 22nd and maybe a little bit of the night of the 20th. Saturday, we're going to be occupied with this family wedding for pretty much the whole day. So we're not going to be able to hang out on Saturday. But Sunday, yes, we're available all day and evening. We're not leaving till Monday.
So this is my dress.
This is something that's in the merch store.
Yes.
So let's turn it this way. You go stand over there so you can see your whole thing.
It's like a tent dress. It's super comfortable.
We aren't renting a car. We're just taking Uber.
It goes a little bit above my knees. Super flowy, and you can still read what's on there.
And it's got kind of like a 1971 vibe to it.
Yeah.
Here, pull it down a little bit. It's bunching over your boobs. Yeah, there you go.
Maybe.
Cool, huh? Okay, so anyway, I'll be putting up more TwFP designs too.
This is a size large. I would say it runs true to size.
Yes, Mac Daddy, in theory, you could fly there and back more or less the same day. But what you'd end up doing is arriving, say, it probably wouldn't technically be the same day. You'd arrive at 12:01 and leave at 12:02 the next day. So anyway, Aaron, I want to say it's absolutely right on the money. That's exactly what happens. You might get some weed that you're just like, wow, I love this shit. If you smoke it all the time, your head gets used to it. And then you need to switch up strains.
Yeah.
It's true. And we'll just be Ubering, so we don't have to worry about the hectic driving. I've been to Indianapolis before. I took my team there for nationals one year. We had a van, so we drove around, the kids in the van and stuff. I didn't find it hectic driving, but I'm from Los Angeles, so you want to talk about hectic driving.
Yeah. So when I go for my license here, will I have to do the driving test too?
I don't know. We'll have to talk to. We can go into the DMV and talk to them about it. And find out. Okay.
Yeah, it's not pressing. I'm not, because whose car I'm gonna drive.
So here's the thing, guys. We're staying on that Sunday night. We're staying at the Hilton Garden Inn. Was that what it was, right?
Yeah.
And I can put the name of it here.
Thank you, baby.
Hold on. Yes. Here's the Hilton Garden Inn.
Yes, the P and the P.
Indianapolis downtown.
Oh, the P and the P.
We're checking in the 22nd. We're checking out the 23rd. We will be in town there at the Conrad prior to that from 22nd and 21st. But 21st is devoted towards wedding for the family stuff. So we're not going to be available on the 21st. And it is possible we'll be available Friday night, but I would suggest that if you're going there just to hang out with us, then you probably don't want to get there before Sunday morning because we're not going to be available on Saturday.
Yeah, we won't be available at all on Saturday. We're going to have to we're going to have to use a lift with after the ceremony.
Okay.
But we might be able to do like a share with my family, like a ride share.
I mean, here's the thing, Mac Daddy, is I've been we considered that. It kind of went back and forth, but the bottom line is I waited a couple days. I was ready to book everything today, so I went ahead and booked it. One day should be adequate. We can spend the whole day doing all kinds of things, so I think that should be adequate. If it's not convenient for everybody to get there on that one day, well, that's understandable, and I wish it were otherwise. But you know, it would be another $200 for us to stay another night. So we'd have to change both the flight and the hotel now. We just booked them, so that's not going to happen.
69 Kuda. Like, I like that you're shipping Winston's mom and my dad too. I definitely so
Where's he shipping them?
Relationship.
Oh, I see.
Yes. It's millennial code for relationship. Like, I ship them. I relationship them.
So you know what the bottom line is for everybody. For those of you who are going to be there on Sunday, you know, bring whatever random shit you got, right?
Yeah, and like honestly, Winston's this is Winston's mom. If you're there on Saturday and you want to meet us, like, I don't know, at the church or whatever, like, you're more than welcome to go to that. Like, I don't.
We'll have moments. We have to play it by ear somewhat. I still want to make any promises. I want to make sure everybody's aware that
Saturday's going to be nuts.
That look, the bottom line is probably, regardless of what happens, we need to operate under the assumption that we're totally unavailable on Saturday.
Yeah.
That may end up not, in fact, being the case, but we can't make any plans.
No, it's not a priority to be hanging out with TwFP.
I mean, the thing is, to a certain extent, it is both of our priority, but we have a job to do first. Our job is to go in and make and do all kinds of incredibly effective NIFE, NE work on your family and manage all their perceptions perfectly and leave there with a certain amount of everybody buzzing about that. Right? But then once that's done, it's better anyway. At that point, we make a clean exit, you know, drop the mic.
Yeah.
And then we go hang out with friends.
Yeah. That sounds actually glorious. Mrs. Mom, I actually went shopping. I did go shopping today for a dress. Actually, I went so the first idea I had was, okay, I ordered some things on H&M, but I don't know how they're going to fit. So why don't I go to H&M and try the stuff that I had ordered on and see if it fits. So to my dismay, the two dresses that I ordered don't fit me correctly from H&M. So I'm going to have to return them at the store. So I was like a little bit bummed about that. So I was like, okay. I looked all over H&M. There's like basically nothing in terms of like wedding stuff at all, or anything dressy up. Like, it's very casual clothes is the trend. So then I went to Free People. I went to, where else did I go? I went to Macy's but got lost because like they had like basically like nothing in their store. I was so confused.
Surely you stopped in Wet Seal.
I should have. And then I was looking all over for Express, and then I found out that they didn't have Express there. So then I went to Nordstrom's, and after looking and looking and looking in Nordstrom's, I found a dress there. So I found a dress. It's really pretty. It's off the shoulder, like sweetheart and off the shoulder. You'll see in pictures. I'm very happy with it. Free People is so expensive, but you don't understand. I was seriously looking so hard for a dress. Old Fate M, like, places are not selling. The trend is not dressed up. It's very casual is the trend. And I went to Zara. I spent hours in. I really did a good 4 hours of shopping looking for something that I would like. Mrs. Mom, the dress name is Florette Designs or something. I don't remember the name. It's not one that I know of. It's not.
Here's the thing: women need an equivalent of the Men's Warehouse. Now, if you're familiar with the Men's Warehouse, that guy with the beard would reassure you you're gonna like the way you look. You know?
My God, you remember this?
But they only sold really one kind of clothes. It was dress-up clothes, namely suits. Now, granted, women's dress-up clothes is a little bit more diverse than men's dress-up clothes.
Oh yeah, I went to Forever 21 as well. Forever 21 in itself is just, you get overwhelmed. I had to get myself an Auntie Anne's pretzel and lemonade, and I sat with the sad dads.
Sad dads. All holding little women's purses. Why did she make me come here? She knows I hate this shit.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to put a link that you can blink at and some link plat. Here you go.
See, it's weird because Winston's mom, I thought that you have to be thin to wear Zara's because I bought a large size dress and I do not fit in it. I had a bone to pick because their fitting rooms were closed. I was like, what? Like, this is how people are shopping now? Like, why? It's so annoying. Now I have to go back and return it, which is fine because I have to return the H&M stuff. But
why did it not show up where? I mean, it's a little dated, but it's mostly accurate. I'll get you a link for it. I have it on this link page. But I need to put this thing down here too. Open. Where did I save it?
you know what size is really small in English? Topshop. They had Topshop at Nordstrom, and I was so excited because they had this really cute dress, and it was in the size 10. So I was like, oh, I can definitely, that. I can't believe they have 10. I will probably fit in this. Hell no. It was like I was a sausage link.
All right. Here's exciting tables. Well, I mean, I don't know. My links sometimes work, sometimes they don't, you know. Gosh. You expect my links to work? Come on. That's expecting an awful lot of TE from me.
Mac Daddy, do you work during the summer? Do you have one of those summertime jobs? Or do you just do a lot of summer things during the summer?
Or do you spend most of the summer singing Summer fruits, it wouldn't be summer without them. Taste them and see, delicious from the tree. Summer fruits, it wouldn't be summer without them. You got a bunch of trips and shit. What color is your dress?
The dress is like a dusty blue with pink peonies flowers on them. I was
I might have to buy a little bit of clothing for this wedding too. Actually, I could use a new pair of dress pants, but I prefer to shop for this kind of things in thrift stores. Really, like
let's make a point to go then.
Like sport coats, slacks, and ties are best purchased at thrift stores.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, listen, they were working when I made them, I'm
Join
sure.
us.
Things change, you know. Things on the internet change, and then what are you going to do?
Kitty freshens pants. See how fresh her pants are?
They're extremely fresh.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. I think that anybody would want to wear this shirt, even if they don't know anything about anime. I think this one in particular,
I can't stop twinkling.
yeah, is a great shirt to wear regardless of anything. Yeah. So this is in reference, of course, to the navel laser guy. Yes, we got that.
Yes,
Thank you, Winston.
Thank you, Winston's mom.
It's right over there. I put there's a little log in there that had little caves in it. I put that in there already. And listen, Mackenzie, I giving you all the links to everything you want. You just gotta ask for them. Jeez, I'm not trying to be all stingy about it. You know, I have some of that stuff collected on my blog. You ever been to my blog? That's where I try to collect things, but I'm half-assed about the archiving part of it. My blog is called Rice Asterisk at blogspot.com. I'm pulling your tail. I'm pulling your tail. Don't flabber your gas too much. Mm-hmm. I think what would be even better way to put that is I'm pulling your flabber. Don't get your gas in a bunch.
Can I show you? Can I show you the dress that I got? Can I put it on?
Of course, sure. Do as you wish. Oh my goodness. Will you look at that magnificence? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So good. So just. So luscious, like a ripe peach. Well, you don't have pride in your Buckley? I figure somebody might want to buy a T-shirt associated with Buckley, Washington, and they Google it, and voila, there you go. You know what I'm saying? Kind of not a bad idea. My kitty is not going to bite me. My kitty and I love each other very, very much. I've always loved my kitty with a great deal of respect, almost an excessive amount of respect, because I want her to know that it's an honor to be in her presence. Like she's some kind of super royalty celebrity thing or something, Mackenzie's what one might call a hard ass bitch. She's just constantly bringing the hard balls. No, nothing new on the Michelle shocked and outraged and threatening to sue front. As I said last time I spoke of the matter, I wouldn't expect her to reply necessarily because she's not used to getting her ass whooped. She's used to those ridiculous kind of gestures at a legal threat scaring people. She's not used to people calling her out on it. And Mackenzie, no, I just made all my plans. I just booked the tickets for everything. I booked the room. I don't want to have to go back and change the plane ticket and all that kind of shit. I don't want to. Looks fantastic.
Thank you. There's a little sleeve too.
Yeah. We'll show it to the people. Or let me turn this here.
Has a little slit. Very happy with it. So these are 2 dresses I got today.
You know what you need is a one of those wide brim hats that goes with that.
Right?
Yeah. And then you affect a southern accent.
Then
I do declare. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, totally.
It's perfect. You pretend you're going to the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of dress that somebody would wear to the Kentucky Derby.
Thank you. Yeah. I just came from the Kentucky Derby. Should I speak slow for you?
You have to constantly be nearly overwhelmed by things. My word. Is that a puddle of water in front of me?
How am I gonna?
I can't possibly step across that puddle of water.
Step over there. Puddle over there.
I need to see it. I think the overall plan for the wedding is that we're going to go there. We're going to be personable. I'm going to be, chatting people up, trying to make a good impression.
Yep.
And just generally being, I guess, in charge of the narratives.
Yeah.
As they link to us anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Who's getting married? It's Rachel's cousin.
Yeah, my cousin Ryan. He's getting married to
his dad.
How did you know?
It's a really unusual marriage. But yeah, that's okay now. He's marrying his own father. Wait, no, he's not marrying his dad. Ryan is marrying who? Some lady?
Kelsey.
Kelsey. Ryan's marrying Kelsey. All right. Ryan and Kelsey sitting in a tree. Marrying.
Yes, they are. You spelled so well.
I feel like you are going to bring the party. I hope they're ready. I mean, the thing is, I plan to play it the whole thing very deftly, which is to say, how hard am I going to attempt to make a good impression? I mean, the thing is, I kind of always, as a default, have that in mind. There are times, however, when I might be more like adversarial. A situation like this, which certainly presents the possibility of some sort of adversarial encounter, I need to go in with a clear understanding of what my approach is, not exactly how I'm going to execute it. So what I mean by that is, well, adversarial in the sense that there's a lot of Rachel's been in her family her whole life, obviously.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people in families tend to be put in certain roles by other family members. And some of those roles might be reductive and or limiting to those people. And yet family members want them to stay in that place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I am aware of that reality going in, and note that that there may be occasions, for example, when somebody out of a habit of some kind says something dismissive to or about Rachel in my vicinity. So then in that instance, I'm prepared to seize that narrative without being a complete asshole. But I gotta go in there and know ahead of time that I'm just keeping my eyes on the forest, not the trees.
Typology wise, there's two ESTJs. I believe in ENFJ, my cousin Jessica. Oh my god. Jessica's ENFJ, Melissa's ISTJ. Allison might be ESTJ too, I'm not sure. So like I think it's gonna be like they're gonna like asking you questions and it'll be very, you'll let them talk, and I think it'll be enjoyable. I don't know.
I've gotten really good at listening, actually. I've gotten really good at managing how much I'm talking. It used to be more of an issue for me. I used to talk too much. I spoke to a guy on the phone this morning, an actual Southern lawyer, which is what reminded me of the fact that I talked to him for like 2 hours. I guess you could say he needed to be heard at the time. And ENTP guy, I spend much of my time listening,
That's good. It's a maturity thing, or
I mean, the conversation probably went on a little longer than I wanted it to, but
what's interesting is that in terms of synchronicity, Delilah had like a 2-hour conversation with her mom, and she was like, she posted on Instagram, and she was like, why do I stay so long on the phone with my mom? And she put a screenshot of showing the 2 hours. I was like, oh my gosh, what are you talking about? Like,
Yeah. So anyway, interesting guy. I'm pretty sure he's an ENTP. But coming out of a difficult divorce. So that's the kind of thing that happens to me in general. People call me because I put my number up there, and you never know what you're going to get. I actually missed 2 calls today from 2 random numbers. Who knows? Maybe they were trying to book sessions. I just didn't. I didn't have I was sleeping all day. That's why. Remembering when you're saying 22nd that we are, thank you, Mac Daddy, that we are not available at all on the 21st. Okay.
mm-hmm. I have no expectations for what's gonna happen. I think it'll be good. I mean, my family, like, they expect me to dance because I always dance at celebrations. So, they'll be happy to see us. Brian and Kelsey told my aunt that they hope that we come. So,
I mean, my hope, as far as the expectations of the event, is that that we all get together and hopefully, some people have drugs and we make some videos. People who drink should drink, and
what they're gonna be drinking.
We make some videos and we we
fun.
walk around and make some more videos, take some pictures, and maybe live stream, shit like that.
Cool.
Is Indiana a weed state? No. However, here's the deal with that. So in California, you're allowed to fly out of the state with weed. Nobody checks or cares. The thing is, when you get into Indiana, they don't really check you going out of the airport, right? They check you going into the airport. So it's not very difficult to get weed. And for me into Indiana, I'm not worried about getting busted about it really, because they're not going to bust me at LAX. They're not going to check me at Indianapolis. I could see us going to a restaurant as a group at some point during that during that day as well. Try to get less air mixed in with your bong rip, and just make it's fucking totally backwards. Peter didn't teach you.
I appreciate your advice, but I've been coughing since I got here. It's just that my asthma is more exaggerated where I live now. So.
Well, you're also smoking from bongs rather than pipes.
Oh, that's true too. I am not usually a bong ripper.
Yeah, Mac Daddy, we're on the same page there. We just chill, we'll talk. I want to make videos though. I don't want to just have our hangout be experienced, but not have there be any record of it. I like to make media out of things. If we find some weird little place nearby, check out some weird little museum or something, then that'd be cool. But I don't want to spend a lot of time with outing shit, because outings involve getting there, they involve doing whatever you're supposed to do there, getting back, and that's a lot of SE. We can compete for top Sudoku player. I would love to do that. That sounds fun. Make a video of competition between us for Sudoku.
Yeah, that's a good idea. The only card game that I really know is War. Really. I am open to learn poker, though. That's the one that I'm open to learn. I'm not a huge card fan because I confuse the colors and the numbers a lot.
I'm totally down to play poker, but no cards open. I'm playing strip poker.
No strip poker.
No strip war either.
No strip war either.
I give you my personal guarantee
Yes.
that if this turns into an orgy, it will do so despite me and Rachel's objections and after our departure.
Honestly, I don't know if I know BS. I used to play Spit with my cousin Allison, and she used to kick my ass in card games because she was really good at math. Spit's all about Spit's like sauce. It's a little like solitaire.
You know what I think is a great idea for a game though? Opposite strip poker. So you start off, you're dressed in just shorts and a t-shirt, okay? And then every time you lose, you have to put on an additional piece of clothing until you get hotter and hotter and hotter.
Oh my gosh. That's a really tough game. You do not want to lose that game.
Okay, yeah, well, so we're all on the same page, all right? No strip poker, no skinny dipping, none of that stuff. We are intuitives. We're not going to be, I know you're not, Mac, but we in general are intuitives. We're not going to be doing any sex stuff.
No.
Drugs,
please.
Yes. All the drugs we want.
Yes.
Everyone should do all the drugs they want.
Yes.
Alcohol, if you drink, go for it. But whatever sex stuff you do on your own in your own room with your own TwFP person as you see fit. But don't involve the group. I know, Mac. I know. You intuit like an ESTP who's mad about somebody saying they didn't intuit. Would it be, I think, fair to say that Mackenzie is a firecracker? She's like nonstop pow. Pow, 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 pow. Time to go. All right, goodbye. Have a nice evening.
It's go time?
Oh, it's go time. That's different than it's time to go. Oh, it's go time.
Yeah.
Hi, Sam Adams.
Sam Adams.
Are you the guy who makes the beer? You get shy when you talk in person. Well, I'm sure that's just one or two beers to get rid of that. Do you want a typing session? Yeah, I actually responded to your comment with the information. Can email me the day and time you want. Type Sam now. All right. I'll store the type them, I guess. Close other tabs. All right, Sam. Very lucky day. Will there be guitar and music? I don't know if I can bring my guitar or not. If I bring my guitar, that would have to be my carry-on. I mean, my packed bag. So
Yeah, that would be 2 packed things.
yeah, I couldn't really bring my guitar. If you want to get typed right now, come on, go to Autonomy. If you want an official session that you pay for and everything, and have control over whether it's recorded and all that kind of stuff, then email me.
Hi.
Hi, Sam.
Hi, Eric. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Now I'm going to put me over here. Oh, wait. Some people say I'm not even human. Who says that? Nobody says that. Okay, Sam. I guess I just put it on me. They're not going to be able to see you, but I can see you. You watched a lot of typing sessions by me before?
Yeah, I saw a little them, and I like how you
Okay.
Sorry, my English is not very okay. I'm from Iran, and I can understand you, but I can't speak very well.
Your English is fine. Your mic, however, is kind of crappy.
No, I can't.
Your mic, your camera looks good. Your mic, if you could maybe be a little closer to the microphone, I'd be able to hear you more clearly.
You can hear me okay now?
Well, now you're sideways, but that's fine.
It's okay. My sound is all right?
Yeah, that's good enough. Okay, can you tell me what you had for breakfast yesterday?
Yesterday I was, a cake and chocolate milk.
Cake and chocolate milk, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. How many hours of sleep do you need tonight?
Well, it depends on, I think 4 to 5 hours would be okay for me.
Okay, is that what you typically get?
Yeah, if I'm unemployed now, like in 5 months, but whenever I gotta go wake up in the morning soon, I usually go to bed at 1 a.m. to 6, and that would be fine.
Okay. Can you explain to me the process of washing your car?
Washing my car.
Washing a car.
I fill bucket water and I get a sponge and washing liquid, and I wash it with a sponge and washing liquid, and then I get the bucket of water to the car and clean it.
Okay. Do you dry it at the end?
Yeah, with a cloth of some kind.
Okay.
I've never done it before, but
Okay. If you were going to try to teach English to somebody who doesn't speak any English,
yeah.
talk to me about your thought processes of how you'd like to structure your curriculum or how you go about teaching it.
Yeah. I like to start with foundation definitions and foundation of words mostly, and then get to the several of many more words that came from this foundation, this one word, like I better say horn, that I can teach the history of horn and say that the horn once upon a time was a tool for making people notice, and then by the time it came different meanings to it, you know.
Okay.
And
Let me see. Uh, hmm. All right. If it snows, we will have to stay home and shovel snow from the roof, or else the
yeah,
roof will collapse. But we have a trip planned to go see Grandma. And if it snows, we're going to have to cancel that trip. Now, it turns out we don't have to cancel the trip. What can we conclude?
we can't cancel the party. I guess if we are family, I rather stay home and get the snow out of out of roof, and then join them on their way to the grandmother's home.
Okay. If only French people sell baguettes and I
Yeah.
sell baguettes, am I necessarily French?
Yeah.
Okay. If no parrots eat coconuts and I don't eat coconuts, am I necessarily a parrot?
Not necessarily.
Okay. If some whales wear sweatshirts and some things that wear sweatshirts also wear hats, isn't necessarily the case that some whales wear hats.
I'm sorry, I lost you.
I'll repeat it. If some whales wear sweatshirts and some things that wear sweatshirts also wear hats, is it necessarily the case that some whales wear hats?
No, not necessarily, but some of them, yeah.
Okay. What do you think is more important, fairness or kindness?
In an ideal world, I think kindness, but in this world, with thousands of laws, I think fairness would be most important thing ever. A good job, I think it is better than a kind teacher.
If a poor person steals a loaf of bread and a rich person steals a loaf of bread, should they get the same punishment?
No, no, I don't.
They
I
don't.
don't think
They
so.
shouldn't. So, what should determine what punishment one gets? Is it? It's not the crime. If it's not the crime, is it how rich they are?
The rich, if he steals or she steals, I think don't need it, but the poor needs it.
What if the poor person was poor, but it turned out they already had 20 loaves of bread at home?
That would be a problem, if you compare it to a rich person that do the same thing, it's not fair to judge them on a same basis.
So does it matter what the poor person steals, whether it's something they need or whether it's something that might be considered a luxury item?
A lot of factors are involved, if a poor person steals a luxury thing that they don't want to sell it for a bread or something, I don't think so.
Okay.
If they really need it.
Okay. If let me see. How many uses can you think of for a crystal ball?
Crystal ball, I think, how many users? It could be a decoration thing. It could be a playing thing. And I don't, I can't. I would be in the situation that maybe I can tell if that has a use or not, but not abstractly I can tell.
Okay. I want to tell you about. I'm gonna begin making up a character, and I'm gonna add a couple of details. Then I'd like you to add a couple of details to a made-up character. Okay. So the character's name is Timothy Graunton. Timothy Graunton, and he's 28 years old, and he is working in China. He's from America. He's working in China. He's teaching English, and he's at a school where he's kind of isolated, so he's feeling kind of sad. You add some stuff to our character now.
He really likes music, and when he's get lonely, he plays some instruments, and he paints a lot about his fantasy of a good friend or good companionship or something, and he's really, really think about justice in the world and why he's alone and some people are in a lot of relationship.
Okay, so let's do a little bit of narrative going forward in terms of plot. So one day he's playing the guitar in his room, and a tall, beautiful lady with long blue hair that reached all the way down to the floor knocked on the door, and he said, "Come in," but he didn't even stop playing the guitar. And she comes in and says, "What is that beautiful song you're playing?" And he said, "It's called Lonely Is My Heart, Empty Is the Void of Blackness That Fills My Soul." And she's like, "That speaks so much to me about my own experience. I too am lonely with the blackness that fills my soul. Would you like to go out and play frisbee on the lawn with me? And he says, well, of course I would. And she has a frisbee on her. And they go outside and they start playing frisbee. You take it from there.
When they playing frisbee, he realizes that she's the woman of his life, and he falls in love with her in the first couple of minutes after they meet. And that's his problem with people, because there's very, very little people in his life. He's connecting with everyone that he meets, and the girl rejects him because of her, I don't know, passion, and she freaks out and leave him.
Okay, so what is she so passionate about, do you think, that that she said, I can't be with you, I'm too passionate about?
I didn't get it. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, let's move on. It's fine. When you are, how are you feeling emotionally right now?
I don't know exactly what I'm feeling most of the time. I'd rather be with someone that he or she hyped up, and I can relate with them. Uh, I can tell if I'm alright or I'm sad that clearly, but everybody around me can tell if something is wrong with me, and even I can tell that in the moment.
So would you
But
say you're a
when
bad
I'm
liar?
no, I'm a perfect liar. I can lie very. I'm. I can convince anyone to anything.
So reconcile with the fact that
But
you just said that people can always tell how you feel. I mean, wouldn't it be the
yeah,
case that if you're lying, they'd be able to tell that you're feeling nervous or something?
if they very close to me, yeah, but not everyone. That feeling that they get is about my behaviors. I mean, I can be up all night or watching movies over and over again, one movie or one show, and they feel that I'm not okay.
Okay, so you're saying the movies make you think that you're not okay?
No, I have a certain activity that people know when I do them, I'm not, I'm sad or I'm stressed or
Okay. So
like,
it, do you have to have a reason to be sad? Or are you sometimes sad? Are you sometimes sad for no reason?
yeah, most of the time.
Most of the time you're
And
sad for no reason, or you have a reason?
no, there might be a reason, but not all the time. I just feel empty most of the time, even if nothing happened. But
It
sometimes,
is empty a negative feeling?
yeah, I think I'm wasting my life. I think I'm not productive as everyone. I'm not good as everyone. I'm a worthless piece of shit.
Okay, and why do you think that?
I know my abilities, you know. I know I can be great, but I stuck in a rut and I need someone to take my hand. And when I have a very hard time to stand on my own, most of the time I need the motivation that someone tells me I'm good at something or I should do this, and I feel motivated and do that. Uh, but not alone. I have a hard time.
Okay. How do you think I feel right now?
You are relaxed. Um, you are then tired.
Yeah, I'm kind of
And,
tired.
um,
Okay, well, look. Let me try some more TI questions. These are kind of tricky to do with the language barrier, but let's try some ones that are just symbols. If P or Q, then R. And if R, then S. And not S. What can we conclude?
can you say
I'll
one
repeat
more?
it. Yeah, sure. If P or Q, then R. And if R, then S. And not S. What can we conclude?
If R, if P or Q, then S
Yes.
and nothing.
If P or Q, then S. And if R, I'm sorry, if S, then wait. If P or Q, then R. And if R, then S. And not S.
Yeah. I can my answer is if P or Q, then S and not S.
Okay, so the things you're given three premises, okay? Premise one is if P or Q, then R. Premise two is if R, then S. And premise three is not S. So what can we conclude
And
from
then if P or Q, then if P or Q, then
that? Then
I
R.
can conclude.
If,
R is not the point anymore. I can relate
here,
one
let me type
statement.
it. Let me type it in here, okay, in the chat. There.
Q, then S, and P, then S. Is it all right?
No, what we can conclude is not P and not Q. All right. All right, let me see if I can nail down a little bit better where your SI is. Do you have what kind of relationship do you have with your objects? Do you have a lot of objects? Can you turn off your camera? I can't hear you right now. Can you turn off your can you turn off your camera so that we can hear your audio better? Because your bandwidth is really low. So if you turn off your camera, we'll be able to hear your audio better.
Yeah, is it all right?
That's better. Yeah, a lot better.
Is it okay? Yeah. I try throughout every object I have after a chapter of my life. When I feel this is the end of a chapter for me, certain objects brings me certain memories, and I can't stand them, and I threw them out.
Okay.
Like photos.
All right. So I will tell you right now that it's a bit challenging for me to type you. How well do you think? How well do you think you can? Say again.
Because of the language, or
yeah, because of the language. But how well do you think you read others or manage their perceptions of you?
I can tell. I can tell. I can tell easy.
Okay.
Like if someone doesn't like me, I find it immediately.
Okay. And do you have as robust a relationship with your understanding your own feelings?
No, not very clearly. I have a hard time to say if I'm sad or something.
Okay. Do you think that how long does it take you to determine whether or not you like a given song? Right away?
I don't understand.
Like, do you listen? Can you tell right away? Do you have to listen to it a few times?
I don't understand. Sorry.
If you hear a song that you've not heard before, how long does it take for you to tell whether you like it or not? Do you need to listen to it a few times, or do you tell right away?
Some songs get catchier when you listen to them after once, but some songs I can really tell the first time if I like them or don't like them.
So
mostly I can't tell the first time.
You can't tell the first time.
I can.
You can, whether you like them or not.
Yeah.
Okay. So okay. Let's see if I can nail down NISI better. How do you view yourself as somebody who is at the front of a series of events trailing behind you, or in the center of a series of events surrounding you?
I think the first one. is more relating to me.
Okay. Do you think that what gives you more satisfaction? Figuring out a problem, how to solve it, or being correct about something and proving it?
I think I'm going the second one. I must be correct. I must be right, and I have a very, very powerful mind to analyze things, even if I have no source of some kind. I can tell with my, logic that.
So what about
uh,
conclusions that you can't logically, that aren't logically deductive, but that nevertheless are holistic truths? For example, do you sometimes know how a movie is going to end, not because you've used deductive reasoning of some sort, but because you've picked up on some clues and you go, I know what's going to happen, like that?
Yeah, I can.
Okay,
Sometimes it's not making sense to me in the logical sense. I mean, I can't logically deduct the ending or something, but something tells me that what's gonna happen.
okay. So what kind of things do you use your deductive reasoning or your logic on?
Philosophy was my major. Uh, I enjoy thinking about philosophy subjects or people. I'm really interested in MBTI or Jungian analytical methodology. I'd like to know the people, like their uh, functions of their brains and their mind, not the emotional way. Like, I want to know people, and I can tell, predict their behaviors, and
Okay.
these are.
So is your focus more on knowing people and what they're going to do and why they do it, or on
Yeah.
knowing arguments, which words are the winning arguments and best withstand scrutiny?
The second one is important, more important to me.
Which are you better at, though?
The second one.
Okay.
I don't read a lot, but I can be in an argument, and I can be pretty good at it. And most of the time, other people intimidate by me because my logical power is so good, and they read a lot, but
Okay. Well,
those
let's
books.
talk about logic for a second. So when I tested you on the logic questions, you did okay on them. I'm not sure to what extent that's representative of language issues or to what extent it's representative of your TI slot. So, you know, if I were to tell you, if the tomatoes die, I'm sorry, if it freezes, then the tomatoes will die. And if the tomatoes die, we will starve. Now, if I additionally tell you it's Hawaii in the summer, what can you conclude, or what's your response to that?
Maybe we are not going to die.
Okay, but what's your reasoning?
Because you said if it's freezing, then tomatoes freezing, and we can't eat the tomatoes, and we will die. And in Hawaii, in summer, there's no freezing. Then
Right. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Here's the thing. I'm not sure where your TI is. You self-report your TI as higher than it tests on some of those earlier tests. A lot of them have language elements in them that may account for that. Your TI is better than polar for sure. It's the thing is, you could be possibly an INFJ, you could be possibly an INTP, you could be, and I think those are the two most likely types you'd be, but maybe ISFJ, maybe ISTJ. What do you
I'm struggling in INTP and INFJ. I can't find it. Which I am.
Oh, is that what you're battling between? I'd go
Yeah.
INFJ. I would suggest you're INFJ then. If that's what you came in thinking you were between INTP and INFJ, I suggest you're INFJ because the TI is actually not. Well, I mean, TI is an absolute value for both of them, but your self-reporting of competency at reading other people is very not typical of INTPs, who will self-report not being good at that, usually. So you are difficult to test because there is definitely, it's difficult to communicate with you, or slow anyway. It's not really difficult. I think we're successfully communicating, but it's quite slow. But I would say you're more likely to be an INFJ. Your TI is just not good enough for INTP, from what my tests show.
Yeah. I think the test you gave me about P and Q, and I didn't understand what you want from it, and what can I, what can I conclude from it. But if it were about words and situations, I likely be more to understanding.
Okay, so that's also consistent with INFJ, who have a less of a less of a tendency to switch back and forth between symbols and words. So it's hard to test these things in you, because part of how I test is not just whether or not you get it right or wrong, but how quickly you answer it and what kind of way you talk yourself through it. I don't have any of that data from you because it's just the language barrier is too significant. So there's a limited amount of typing I can do, but I would say most likely you're an INFJ.
Yeah. Thank you for your time.
No problem.
I really appreciate it.
No problem. Have a good one. Bye. It was a little bit challenging. There's a lot of things involved in typing, in that typing, that are challenging because, like Oliver says about the guy's FE, well, with the language barrier, it's really hard to say whether his diction is reflective of any FE things. He may choose a word because it's the only word he knows to express a general concept, and it may convey some FE thing, and we might not actually, it's almost impossible to tell. I rely so much on things that I couldn't rely on there. Like I'm saying, it's not just a matter of whether they get the right answer. It's a matter of how quickly they get it, how quickly they talk, and what kind of cadences and stuff. Those are big revealing details for me, and so forth. So it's just it's too difficult to tell. My district archives, you'd like to be typed? Well, you are welcome to try to set up a session with me if you like. I'll give you the details here. Videos. This one has it, I think. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. All right. Copy, Piao. Paste, Piao. There you go. Chiromancy. Tell me about my palm. Tell me about it. What does my palm tell you? What does my palm tell you? Tell me about what my palm tells you about me, about you, about palms. Tell me about what my palm says. The language does it speak. No, it's like I'm talking about for TI questions, especially. How quickly somebody processes a TI question and gives me the answer is revelatory of where the slot is. But if somebody's having to process the words first and make sure he understands the words I'm saying, and that's slowing down his processing in general, then that's not going to be reflective of his TI slot necessarily, just because it's slower than I expect TI down to be. And maybe because he's not understanding something I'm saying, And I'm kind of glad I experienced that right there, because it made me realize I really don't like it when I have most of my tools taken away from me. I'm forced to draw conclusions on bullshit because I'm limited in my data gathering. Generally speaking, I enjoy typing sessions, but I didn't enjoy that one because the language barrier was too stark, I mean, I think you're an INFJ. Eric, is palm reading and tarot and other things learned in books or through a teacher, or do the spirits just teach you directly? I mean, I don't think I really know about those things per se, so I wouldn't be able to answer it. It's not your fault, Sam. Hey, I mean, listen, you speak English way better than I speak Arabic or Iranian, or I don't know. I don't know if Iran has its own language or if they speak Arabic, but regardless, you speak English way better than I speak your language. So, props to you for being more worldly than I. However, it was frustrating. It was frustrating because I felt disarmed. Many of my tools were taken away from me that I normally use, which are usually reliable on any American or even British people. Iranians speak Farsi. Oh, okay, my bad. Farsi. The opposite of Farsi is myopia. Did you get my great joke? Well, remember, Sam Adams, you don't know. When people say they don't relate with INFJs, you maybe don't relate with a type description. You probably don't know whether or not the people you consider INFJs to be INFJs actually are INFJs. Am I in a web room right now? Sure. I'll go there. I'll go there with my going bone. I'm there. I'm square. I don't want any more bears. Thumbs off. Sam thinks he's an INTP. I don't think his TI is good enough, but like I said, I can't really eliminate the possibility because of the reasons I've already articulated. Well, I speak a little bit of Spanglish. My Spanish used to be pretty good. Nowadays it's kind of, you know. Hola, senor, I might say if I were speaking Spanish. Buenos dias, or buenas noches, more appropriately. What's going on, Hambone?
Oh, not much. Just saying hi, I guess.
Cool. Hi.
Yeah. Hi. So you got a meetup going on around the 20th?
Indianapolis, 22nd of August in Indianapolis.
Okay.
You know what they have there, don't you?
That'll be cool. I'm kind of waiting on that.
They have the
Not as good as Vegas.
They have the Indianapolis 500 Speedway there.
Oh. The race is going.
So why are you moving away from beautiful Buckley?
It's just boring. Boring. Plus, I'm going to college in Bellingham soon.
Was that also in Washington?
Yeah.
Bellingham, Washington? I've never even heard of it.
Mm-hmm. It's a pretty cool place. I went there for the first time a couple months ago.
This is Hambone. This is who's talking on the other end there. Hambone hails from the state of Washington.
Greetings.
And
The Evergreen State.
Rachel and I went and visited him one time, and it was a lot of fun.
Was it?
Oh yeah, it was great. It was a great trip.
Good.
Good. I feel I have nothing but warm feelings thinking about it back on it. It was good, interesting, and mostly a wholesome thing. It was like it wasn't not like visiting Taylor. Rachel and I had a great time, and your family is absolutely wonderful, delightful people, and so it really felt like, wow, this is so nice. These people are so nice. I love their meat trail mix. It's fantastic. I can eat that shit all the time. Meat trail mix.
It's not your regular trail mix. We got sausage, pepperoni, jerky, cheese, a couple of cheeses.
They sell trail mix in his
high power
butcher shop up there, and instead of having nuts and twigs and shit in it, it's got little cuts up of meat and cheese. So much better than regular trail mix. Yeah. So I'm from Washington D.C. 11. Do you prefer to go by 11 or XI? Hambone caught a fish. We got pictures of it. I think we got video.
Yeah.
What trail mix are you eating that had twigs in it? Twigs and Pebbles brand, all natural, prehistoric trail mix. Back in the day, of course, cavemen, they had to supplement their diet with pigs and twigs and pebbles, not twigs and twebbles. Twigs and pebbles. How's your love life going, Hambone? You still an eligible bachelor?
Oh, yeah. It's hard to meet people right now.
You hear that, ladies? Let me show
Pretty
you.
tough.
Let me show you this handsome young man, okay? Oh my goodness. Who wouldn't want to get on that handsome young man? Look at that smile. Look at those pearly whites. You can look right in his mouth and see that's a quality horse.
Indeed.
So I'm taking bids on purchasing Hambone. I'll be keeping 80% of the proceeds. Hambone, you'll receive the other 20%.
I think I'm going to renegotiate that.
So, let's see. 11, XI. You look like an eligible young bachelorette. Would you like to date Hambone? Now, granted, Hambone lives in Washington. XI also lives in Washington, but hers has a DC after it. Uh-oh. That's totally on the other side of the country.
What the heck? I can't do long distance.
Yeah, that's too far away. Well, looks like 11's going to have to move to Washington State for you. Maybe you'll meet a girl at college.
Oh, yeah. I hear that's the time to do it.
Okay, let's decide what girl you're going to meet at college right now. Her name's going to be Helen, I think. What do you think?
It's not a very common name.
You've always been attracted to Helens, though, haven't you?
I've never even met one.
Well, you're going to meet one at college, and it's going to be serendipity. You're going to be like, oh, my God, this is that Helen. And
I'll start predicting it.
She's going to be an ESFJ, but she's going to be, yes, but.
No.
Yeah, bro, you have to go with an ESFJ.
I don't subscribe to that duality. I don't subscribe.
Hambone. As your official professional mentor, let me tell you that you need to get with Helen, okay? Helen is a delightful lady, and what she's going to do, first thing, right off the bat, she's going to go into your dorm room, and she's going to put delightful bunting all around.
Bunting?
Yes, bunting.
I don't even know what that is.
It's
Bunting.
that stuff that hangs down like this. You know? I'll find a picture of bunting.
Flags and other colorful festive decorations.
Yes, flags and other
Okay.
colorful festive decorations.
Sure.
Wouldn't you appreciate that?
You know, I wouldn't mind it.
You see, you're going to be like, I don't want this ESFJ around, but Hal's going to keep on showing up with plates of food when you're starving. And you're going to
Which
go,
is often.
which is often, right. And you're going to go, you know what? This Helen is pretty helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's sculpt your Helen's appearance. Do you want black hair, blonde hair, brown hair, or red hair?
Ooh. Let's go with red.
Okay, so her last name is McNally then. Helen McNally. Now, do you want her to have green eyes, blue eyes, black eyes, or brown eyes?
Green eyes, because they're the rarest.
Okay. She's an Irish lass with green eyes and red hair. She's a ginger. Carpet matches the drapes. Now, do you want her chesty or a handful?
Well, chesty, of course.
Okay. Now, are you somebody who prefers a very large behind or just nice, tight, appropriately round behind?
That's tough. Say tight, you know. It's a good indicator of general fitness.
Okay. Now, what would you like her fashion to be? Would you like her to be sweats and t-shirt kind of girl, or do you want her to look nice?
Depends on the occasion, right? I mean, she's an ESFJ, so she knows how to dress, depending on.
Okay.
But
are you happy that she's
I
dragging
wouldn't
you to
expect her to
parties?
be dressed up all the time.
Are you happy that she's dragging you to parties every Friday night, or are you sad?
Happy.
Okay.
I need to get out, you know. Just, you know, it's once a week. It's not a big deal.
Right. Are you going to forget her birthday?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, you better not.
I've got that third slot inside.
Horse
Don't worry
Bungler
about it.
says, anti-polar in a mate would be a nightmare. Dominant FE on the regular sounds exhausting. What do you think about that comment, Hambone?
Based on personal experience, I agree. Anti-polar is a nightmare. FE Dom, I don't know if I'd say it's exhausting. Probably a better word to replace that, but I can't think of it right now.
Draining over time? A fungus that gradually grows on your soul?
Sure. I mean, I appreciate the effort, you know, the sentiment, and wanting everybody to like you or whatever, but PP.
What's her major? What do you want your girlfriend to major in? Interpretive dance?
No.
Business?
What would ESFJs be most likely to major in?
Literature, something dumb like that.
Okay. Well, I've met one before who wants to be a doctor. She was in biomedical sciences.
Did you explain to her, hey, you can't be a doctor. You're an ESFJ.
No. No. I mean, well, she was pretty knowledgeable about various diseases and conditions and such.
I see. And did she diagnose you?
No, I did not give her enough information to diagnose me. I don't have any physical problems, nor mental.
What you say to her is, I need you to diagnose me. I have a problem somewhere down here in the crotch region.
Right.
Oh yeah, communications is the ESFJ major. True. Communications. No offense, Rachel, sociology. Rachel was a sociology major. No offense, baby.
Honestly, I respect that a little bit more than psychology. I don't have any reason to back that.
Well, psychology is full of a lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
Helen is Hambone's upcoming hypothetical girlfriend. What do you want her to be? Do you want her to be more of a ditzy girl or more of like an intellectual girl?
Well, it's all constrained by the ESFJ type, isn't it? So I suppose I'd like a more intellectual ESFJ.
All right, forget the type now. Let's just imagine that there's a girl who's really into you, but she's like, I can bring her in there for you if you want, Rachel. So the thing is, what was I gonna say? Something fantastic.
Forget the type.
Oh,
suppose
right. This. Okay, so imagine it's a girl. She's like Marilyn Monroe when she's playing the dumbest version of Marilyn Monroe, right? So she's just like, I really like you, Hambone. But she's like, like Marilyn Monroe. She's just epically just, every time she walks by, people like go, oh my God, that girl's so gorgeous. But she's dumb as just dumb as dumb can be. And she's a little bit pigeon-toed. What do you think?
Well, I think that would cause issues in the long term, for sure.
But what if she's really sweet?
Huh?
Well, what if she's really sweet?
Look, man, I don't know. Most likely it'd be a pass.
Okay. All right. That makes me laugh thinking about this. It's like, pin up bimbo coming over to Hambone, trying to hang out with him all the time and saying stupid ass shit.
I already went through that. And it comes with a lot of other stuff, and it's not conducive to long-term partnership.
I mean, you've already been with somebody who's a bimbo?
Yeah. Someone who's an idiot, yeah. Like you said, says dumb stuff all the time. Sure, yeah.
But the ideal, the archetypal bimbo, really in the contemporary age, is that Jessica Simpson. She was the girl who thought tuna was chicken because it's a chicken of the sea on top of it. Or potentially that girl who said, I'm not a rock scientist. Tyra? Is that no wait? What's her name? Who said that? Who said I'm not a rock scientist? It used to be Carson Daly's girlfriend. Who was it? Do you want me to do my Audrey Hepburn impression? Karma's Pimp? Tara Reid. Okay. Tara Reid. That girl. That's the other archetypal bimbo. Just like, it's so dumb. Anyway. So, here's my impression of Audrey Hepburn. I'm Audrey Hepburn.
Oh no.
Or is that Catherine Hepburn? You never tell them apart.
Might be the latter. Anyways, I'm keeping an open mind. Not trying to pigeonhole myself. See.
Okay. That reminds me of the new poll I'm going to put up right now. You can chime in on what you think the answer should be too. The poll is this: which dead musician would you bring back for one last performance? Which dead musician would you bring back for one last performance? Poll. And then the options are this. We've got Kurt Cobain. We've got Tupac. We've got Lil Peep. We've got Mac Miller. And we've got Amy Winehouse. We'll see how this one does. I'm surprised to say that out of 205 votes, 45% of those votes say that the potato bug is the worst pet. Worse than a marlin? I mean, it's clearly not, right?
I don't know if I voted for that one. I mean, well, it depends on how you're defining worst, right? And Gila Monster is the only poisonous one. Like, are you the person that's directly handling the pet?
Well, I mean, I don't know. We leave that all up to your imagination. The poll question doesn't provide that much detail. It says you've got to act with limited
I
knowledge.
voted for Gila Monster. Yeah.
Yeah, to me,
But it's close. It's close between that and Marlin.
marlin, you need a massive seawater aquarium.
It's not the potato bug, and it's not the giraffe.
The giraffe wouldn't be good either. You wouldn't want to have walk the giraffe around every day.
He can walk himself. What do you mean?
Just around the neighborhood?
Sure.
Make double. I mean,
they're not that much different from horses. Like you just need some trees so they can graze off of. And a fenced in area. Wouldn't be so bad. Alright.
Your yard is not big enough. You have to let the giraffe wander around the neighborhood and eat other people's trees. They complain.
Well, I guess I voted assuming that I had unlimited money. I had enough, and I was financially secure enough to be able to feasibly house any of these pets.
I wonder if you could ever get so that you were so familiar with a potato bug that you were actually very fond of it.
That's possible.
It's a good idea for a feature film. The story
45% voted to potato bug.
right. That's what I'm saying.
They think it's boring, I guess?
No,
Is that what's up?
because it's gross, they're saying. Potato bugs are
Gross.
like the grossest bugs in history. But what I'm thinking is this. Here's a good idea for a feature film. A heartwarming unlikely friendship between a middle-aged man and a potato bug he finds in his house one day. I think Oscars is kind of foregone conclusion.
There needs to be another factor here. They're in space or something. Like the potato bugs snuck on the spaceship.
No. Here's the other factor. There's a evil government official who says potato bugs have been declared pests and you can't keep them as a pet.
Okay, perfect. Now there's an antagonist.
Mm-hmm.
2 birds with 1 stone.
Now, the guy who has the potato bug as a pet, he also keeps crayfish as a pet. My crayfish is just fine, actually. He's fallen out of the tank twice. The second time he almost completely dried out before I managed to get him back into the tank. Realized he was on the floor. But he recovered in full and he's fine. And he seems to have been happy ever since, you know. So
Mm-hmm. What is that supposed to show? You're a responsible pet owner?
well, I'm learning to be one.
Okay.
There, I've eaten now.
What did you get? You go to McDonald's?
Yeah, I got the same thing I always get, which is 2 McDoubles, no pickles, large fries, 2 Cokes, and Rachel usually gets 6-piece chicken McNuggets.
Now, do you have the app downloaded?
No. Oh, I do, but
Okay. You can get 2 quarter pounders, and one's for free if you order through the app. And you can still go through the drive-thru.
Maybe I should try using the app. Do you know how many rewards dollars I have at my weed store?
No.
It's like $50 in free rewards dollars. So it's like pretty soon I can go in there and get, a good 8 or a cheap recorder or something for just out of my rewards dollars.
Fantastic.
Yeah, pretty fantastic. I just don't think that we have. I'm glad Winston's not linked there because I don't think we feature potato bugs in enough media in general. Moon river flowing down your face. I think that it's disgracing you. And moo, meow, 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 meow. The song's called Moon River. It's from the classic film Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Featuring Audrey Hepburn.
Yes.
That's right.
Brother of Katharine Hepburn.
I think I'm going to go to bed.
Good night, Hambone. I'm going to go to bed right now.
One.
I'm going to go to bed almost right now, too.
Okay. You have a good sleep, host Eric.
All right, you too, Hambone. Don't forget to rock and or roll.
I'll do both.
All right, good idea.
I roll my base. All right. Good night.
Peace out. What's host Eric's ethnic background? He is fluidly transracial. What's host Eric's ethnic background? He is fluidly transracial. His ethnicity changes day to day, and it slides around like a pile of hay on a hay sliding pile thing that slides hay. That's his ethnicity. Did that answer your question? I'm fluidly transethnic. Please respect my pronouns. He and him. Roll a fatty, huh? Okay, all right. Why not? Why not? I will roll a fatty. Yeah, it'll be fun. All right. Everybody keep this in mind. No problem, Sam Adams. My pleasure, really. I appreciate the fact that I get to talk to people from all over the world, from all different countries, and that people are people, whatever country they're from. And, it's, I don't usually get to talk to people from Iran, so I appreciate the opportunity. Yeah, I got a book link here if you want to look at it. I'll put it up. I'm not transtypal. Nobody's transtypal, okay? Let's make believe. Don't try to mix, transracialism in with some make-believe shit like transtypalism. That's not real. That's not the same at all. I really am just really happy with my joke that the opposite of Farsi is myopia. I think that's a great joke. Does everybody get that joke? Because, myopia means only being able to see what's close. And Farsi sounds like Farsi. Get it? That's a dad joke right there. I am a dad after all. Yo, Eric, what it do? What it do, ESFP? Hambone, can I be your Helen? There. Now I put some weed in the grinder. Step 2. Oh, what's step 2, Eric? Tell us. We want to know. Step 2 is grind that shit. Grind it up, bro. Grind it up. Grind it like I ground your mom's face last night. Why did you grind my mom's face? I wanted to smoke it. That's why. Am I smoking at the meetup? Probably, hopefully. I anticipate being able to successfully have weed. But, you know, one never knows sometimes. Government people get in the way or whatever. Rules and stuff, laws and things like that. A smoke circle. Is that like a drum circle, but with weed? Being a method actor is the same thing as being transtable. No. I know. What are you, some kind of narc? And an over 5? God. Yeah, good point, Mac Daddy. That's very TI tool of you. Congratulations. Congratulations on correcting me for my wrongness. You get 5 points for that. Yeah. Sure do. I got the Keef collector. And an over 5 thinks this is 21 Jump Street. And that we're the high school kids gone wrong. Okay, so now, once you have ground the weed, it looks like this. Can't really see it though. Oh, she changed her name to something else a while back. I doubt there's much sort of YouTube memory of the Dark Salmon name. That's nice and well ground up. What we're going to do, just a spoonful of marijuana into this thing right here. This thing right here is this thing right here. Just a spoonful of marijuana into this thing right here. Because this is the paper, yeah. All right, so let's take a look at what we're going to do next with this. And of course, for those people who have difficulty rolling joints, this typically is the area where they start to have problems. So, let's see. What you want to do is you want to use your finger to smear like this. Okay? Smear like this. Smear. Once you've got it smeared, you'll notice There's little spaces at the edges where there's no schmeh, right? And then go like this. And you're gonna meow it down in this fashion. Meow it down. Like that. Like that. It's hard to show you, you know. And then the thing is, you just gotta meow it up like this. And then you end up with this thing. Like, yeah. See? Now, go meow, and then don't just lick the glue part, lick like the top of the paper too, because you want to stick nicely. And this, I live in California. It's legal here where I live. These are called old pal papers. I don't put in that little thing. Some people put in a little cone thing at the end. I never use those things. I don't like it. All right, so let's smoke this joint and see how it smokes. Thing is, when you want to light a joint to begin with, you go like this. And then you go like this. It's a little tight, as I feared. The thing to remember is it'll loosen it up as it moves along. And you can kind of roll it in your fingers, loosen it up a little bit too. Better to be a little too tight than a little too loose. Because you can loosen it up, you can't really tighten it up. Who is Bad Mother? There's usually a specific spot where it's like too tight, you know. This one's right near the top, I think. As you loosen it up. So what strain am I smoking? Well, I'm smoking a mix of two strains in this joint. I put a piece of this stuff in it, which is called Wedding Tree. Which is quite tasty. And then I put some of this stuff in there, which is Hello G. Cali Hello G. It's solid weed for ounce weed, you know. I mean, I'm not really sure who's gonna go. Possibly. Is using the word never when talking about someone's actions towards you a TE thing? Someone said it was, but if it's true that someone has never done something, how is that TE? Well, I think the idea of somebody using the words always and never kind of haphazardly being TE would link to the fact that it's not a very TI thing. So it would tend to be paired with the alternative, which you might call TE, but would probably be better called FI. Yeah, we're going to play opposite strip poker. You start with just your shorts and shirt on, and then every time you lose, you have to add an article of clothing. And we'll have the heater on in the room too. So when you have too many clothes on, you start to get too hot. Love you, darling. Rachel Apolosa, my sweet potato. And so much better than a yam. You're not an ordinary sweet potato. Mm-hmm. The winner's the last one to pass out. You know what? Maybe I could talk to the hotel and ask them if it's okay if we play donkey water polo in their pool. I'm sure they'll be fine with it. Oh, I didn't even see him. Did they get banned or something? What's wrong with Rachel's hair color? Isn't it just dark right now or something? I don't even know what color her hair is. You say that cardinal functions and Carl Jung's work is a religion? No. I mean, how broadly do you find the word religion? What are your metrics? In other words, like, what conditions does something have to meet in order to qualify as a religion? Well, I mean, the Schumer, obviously, good mother is not a smart woman if she dismissed me for smoking weed. You know, that makes her dumb. Not just dumb, but wicked. So it wasn't tonight. Yeah, so this tendency, these words always never, the degree to which you use them with precision, I think does link to TI. So there are things that I will gladly say I will never, because some of those things comprise, I guess you'd say, statements of intent that are necessary for mutual trust in a relationship. For example, I'll say, I will never cheat on you. And I definitely will never cheat. There are no exceptions. So Is that an inappropriate use of never? No, that's an appropriate use of never. It affords your partner the well, sounds like she's a real piece of work. What's the meaning of NI? Introverted intuition is a way of paying attention that sort of soaks up all the relevant details and draws conclusions about a singular answer or identity. Well, Mac Daddy, I would point out, first of all, Mac Daddy says, if someone has never apologized to you for their wrongdoings or never admitted to you that they're wrong, either they don't think they have done any wrongdoing or they're simply unaware of their wrongdoings. Well, it's possible, Mac Daddy, that you just met the person and they haven't had any opportunity to do any wrongdoings to you yet. And so as a consequence, they've never apologized nor admitted they were wrong. She sounds like an awful human being. So when Horace Mulberg pushed back on Good Mother with polite and reasoned responses, she told me to stop intellectually dominating people with word salad and hid me from her channel. I see. Well then, they're somebody who suffers from what I like to call accountability avoidance disorder. They need to be accountable for their own bad behavior. Yeah, taste. I didn't know she was trying to avoid saying a name. I mean, it doesn't sound like they're willing to engage on intellectually. Is it Irish rock star Bono? I'm tired. Probably go to bed here pretty quick. Maybe strum the guitar a little bit first. I don't know. pucker tart, lemon squeeze. Pucker tart, lemon squeeze. Shabba-doo bop 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 ba doo da. Pucker tart, lemon squeeze. Shabba-doo da da bop ba doo da. Pucker tart, lemon squeeze. Well, he's pucker tart, lemon squeeze, friendliest guy that you will see. Yes, he'd like to be your friend, 'cause he comes from around the bend, and it will be a while till he sees you again. Pucker tart, lemon squeeze, he's a friend to you and me. He's International Delight's favorite go-to right-hand guy. He's international like him, but he's also busy like his friend, the beaver bee. Busiest creature, busy as a bee and busy as a beaver, and so much busier than Pucker Tart Lemon Squeeze. Don't know any covers? Sure. Do you have anything in particular you'd like to hear? I can usually play covers from comping if it's not that difficult of a song. Pucker Tart Lemon Squeeze is I mean, I don't know. He talked. Hello, my name's Pucker Tart Lemon Squeeze. And like every time International Delight talks about a problem, well, yeah, we've got a problem to solve here. He'll chime in. We should use something tart. International Delight will point out, this isn't exactly a tartness-related problem. How about something sour then? So what type is he? I don't know. Yeah, I made him up. That's one of the characters I made up. He's got a head, half a head, a lemon for a head, and he's International Delight's right-hand man. And International Delight's very patient with him. Well, yeah, both sour things and tart things are both great, Pucker Tart. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, listen, some problems need non-tart, non-sour solutions. Well, you wanted to hear also standing where you stood, as you called it, which it's called, might as well be called that. I don't know what it's called. I guess I've been calling it I'm So Sad. And that's the Three Stooges. Who to 69? Come up with a cover you want me to play. Put it down, and I'll play it after this, okay? Just brooding here won't do any good, but brooding's more and more my style. I seek the cheery ways of standing where we stood, 'cause I've been stuck here a while. That's despite a natural selfishness that makes it easy to have fun, but flutters in the gut become a fist as all my visions come undone. I tried to distract and dream the afternoon away, but heavy new realities are breaking every day, and for a bit I am out of it. For reasons still unsaid, till I need get out of me what's inside my head. Bump, 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 scrolling down, and seems like everybody's so sensitive and ready to just get mad. I seek the simple ways of living like a kid, 'cause who wants to be the dad? Have we lost our sense of scope and scale? Our capacity to laugh? The sense to know when not to wail, and how to dip the golden calf? I tried to stream, distract, and dream the afternoon away, but heavy new realities bear down on every day, and for a bit I am out of it. For reasons still unsaid, still I need get out of me what's inside my head. And so I'm sad, so sad for me, sad for her unhappily, and what you call sorrow, I call home. Blues that sink clear down to the bone, down to the bone. Still I'm sad, so sad for me, sad for her unhappily, and what you call sorrow, I call home. Blues that stick clear down to the bone, down to the bone. Still I'm sad, so sad for me, sad for her unhappily, unhappily. What you call sorrow, I call home. Blues that sink clear down to the bone. What is that? Late, but I don't want to be too noisy with the neighbors trying to play quietly, you know. That's nobody doing that thing. Did you come up with a cover you want me to play? I guess not. All right, then. Nothing Else Matters by Metallica? I don't think I can play that. I can play Hey There, Delilah. Nothing Else Matters is probably, I both don't know it well enough to sing it, and it doesn't really have rhythm guitar, and I don't think it has mostly lead guitar. Hey There, Delilah, I can play that. Hey there, Delilah, what's it like in New York City? I'm 1,000 miles away, but girl, tonight you're looking pretty, yes you do. That's great, that's great, you can't shine as bright as you. Alright, I get this thing right now. Let me increase the font by one so I can see it better. can't think of how the strumming pattern of this goes. Hey there, Delilah, what's it like in New York City? I'm 1,000 miles away, but tonight you look so pretty. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I swear it's true. Hey there, Delilah, don't you worry about the distance. I'm right there if you get lonely. Give this song another listen. Close your eyes. Listen to my voice, it's my disguise. I'm by your side. Oh, it's what you do to me. Oh, it's what you do to me. Oh, it's what you do to me. You do to me. Boom, 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 boom. Hey there, Delilah. I know times are getting hard, but don't just believe me, girl. Someday I'll play the bills with this guitar. We'll have it good. We'll have the life we knew we should. My word is good. Hey there, Delilah, I've got so much left to say. If every simple song I wrote to you, take your breath away, I'd write it all. Even more in love with me you'd fall. We'd have it all. Oh, it's what you do to me. Yeah, it's what you do to me. Do to me. Got planes and trains and cars I want to you. I had no other way. And I'll make fun of us. I don't really know the bridge. And we'll just laugh along because we know that none of them have felt this way. I can promise you that by the time that we get through, the world will never, ever be the same. And you're to blame. Hey there, Delilah, you be good and don't you miss me. 2 more years and you'll be done with school, and I'll be making history like I do. You'll know it's all because of you. Here's one for you, because oh, it's what you do to me. Oh, it's what you do to me. Do to me. Something like that. Hey there, Delilah. That song took meaning in my life immediately when it was released because obviously my daughter's name is Delilah, and she was born and named before that song was released. So, you know. Smells like Teen Spirit? Okay, I'll try. I don't know if I can play this and sing at the same time. It's got a kind of a particular guitar rhythm to it. But we'll see. I can't think of how the rhythm to it goes. How does the rhythm to that go? I'm not gonna. I think I'm gonna butcher this too much. I don't even want to attempt this song. I'm not gonna pull it off. I can tell you right now. It's a difficult song to pull off in general. It's not easy to sing. It's like, I appreciate the request, but I think I'm gonna have to pass on that one just because it's too difficult for reasons that aren't necessarily complication. You know, living La Vida Loca. Okay, I'll try and see if I can find that one. There's a song I've never played before. Living La Vida Loca. I don't know if I can sing the verse to it. It doesn't have it. All right, throw something else at me. I want it that way. Eric, have you seen the Warmest Robots video about you? No. Is it a hit piece? So I'm not going to bother watching it. I'm still looking for requests that seem like things I might be able to play that I know well enough that I could sing it, sing the melody, and a Beatles song. I could definitely play Creep by Radiohead. That's easy to play. A Beatles song. All right. Let's try this one. Let's see, what Beatles song is fun to play? This one's pretty fun to play. What's another good Beatles song to play? Let's try this one. This should be a fun song to play. The Beatles song. Oh, when I get older, losing my hair many years from now, will Will you still be sending me a Valentine? Birthday greetings, bottle of wine. If I've been out till 2:45, would you lock the door? Will you still need me? Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64? Ooh. You'll be older too. And if you say the word, I could stay with you. I could be handy mending a fuse when your lights are gone. You could knit a sweater by the fireside. Sunday mornings go for a ride. In the garden, digging the weeds. Who could ask for more? Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64? Scrolling down now. Every summer we can rent a cottage in the Isle of Wight. If it's not too dear, we shall scrimp and say, grandchildren on your knee. Vera, Chuck, and Dave. Send me a postcard, drop me a line, stating point of view. Indicate precisely what you mean to say. You're sincerely racing away. Give me your answer, fill in a form, mine forevermore. Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64? That's a pretty good Beatles song, huh? I didn't exactly knock it out the park, Rick, but you know, didn't do too bad. Here's another Beatles song for you, or Beatles song. I'd rather see you dead, little girl, than to be with another man. You better keep your head, little girl, or you won't know where I am. You better run for your life if you can, little girl. Hide your head in the sand, little girl. Catch you with another man. That's the end, little girl. Bum, 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 bum. Well, you know that I'm a wicked guy, and I was born with a jealous mind. I can spend my whole life trying just to make you toe the line. You better run for your life if you can, little girl. Hide your head in the sand, little girl. Catch you with another man. That's the end, little girl. And I mean everything I've said. Baby, I'm determined that I'd rather see you dead. You better run for your life if you can, little girl. Hide your head in the sand, little girl. Catch you with another man. That's the end, little girl. What a sociopathic song, right? What you would not want this guy dating your daughter, that's for sure. Why? I think I'll play one from the old setlist Bobette list now, just for kickaroos. I think I'll play this one. Too much noise in the deadest dream, loud enough to disrupt everybody's dreams. Frustrations mean mistakes are made until it seems everybody's throwing shade. I won't be just another casualty of other people's well-intentioned rules. I used to think that some tomorrow there'd be time for yesterday. It's not the sort of thing that one can borrow. No one willing still to lend a day. Your uncertainty's implicit, just like an unexpected visit from a bunch of men all dressed in blue suits. I won't be another casualty of other people's well-intentioned rules. I used to think that some tomorrow there'd be time for yesterday. Hey, oh yeah, Eric. What say ya? Not so good. You're not so good. Yeah, I know. Well, sometimes life gives you lemons and you make a glass of failure out of them. That's how it goes. What about this one? I've been really enjoying playing this one lately. Maybe I'll enjoy it now. 30,000 days. Too many expectations. Not even worth a damn. 30,000 nights to sleep off the intoxication. Otherwise, you won't escape the plan. I've wasted half my days trying another's ways. Who can tell me my priorities? Is there anybody knows the key? 'Cause I think I'm doing it wrong, and I want direction and have all along. Wait until I know, or is that just hesitation? Clarity's no good once your chance is gone. What I need to show is it's so below my station. I'm tired of doing it wrong. I wasted half my days trying another's ways. Who can tell me my priorities? Is there anybody knows the key? 'Cause I think I'm doing this wrong. Yeah, I think I'm doing this wrong. 'Cause I think I'm doing this wrong. Doing it wrong. It's pretty good. Pretty solid rendition of that. Oh. How's about we'll do this one. Well, I've grown to really like to play this song, actually. At first, I was kind of like mad about it, but I like it. It's good, I think. I'm pretty happy with it. It's the Fire song. Santa Ana's from the east are blowing, driving on this mountain fire. Grant and Lana had best be going, they had cut it down to the wire. Everywhere apocalypse hung heavy, and the truck was piled with ash. Lana got the dogs in the Chevy, and Grant counted out that petty cash. If time are ending, then time is bending. Flames rain down from the sky, while the dogs knock out with Grant exhausted. Lana stays awake to cry. 120 out, but Labor Day, and that means cooking meat outdoors. I got distracted, but the fire got away. From Bradford to Arcadia, they curse his name. Fire chased them west and down the incline until they reached the foothills below. Found a room cheap for the night online. At least now they had someplace to go. Tomorrow they'd evaluate their options now that their life had turned away. Lana's sister had a place in Laughlin. Wasn't really any more to say. If times are ending, then time is bending. Flames rain down from the sky, while the dogs knock out with rent exhausted. And I went away to cry. While the dogs knock out with Grant exhausted, Lana stays awake to cry. That's pretty good. You know. You know how I know I'm probably pretty well practiced up on these songs? Usually I feel like I'm getting them right, you know. I have to play these things a million times to get them down, but I'm starting to get them all down now at this point. I've been playing them here at the end of Life Change for a while now. It's helped. It's proved to be a good idea in general. Sammy has a story that need be told. This is a song for an open road, and such a thing must always do its job. She married up Jeb, turned 19, 4 years in and 3 kids weaned, and weary now and questioning the past. Agency outpaces discretion, locking in our courses way too young. The urgency conferred is really just depression, making sure those underneath them always run. Doug at 20 thought bourbon fun, and likewise Doug at 21, and so forth, well up into middle age. What once had seemed to set him free became his old identity. Now Doug's about another drunken breach. Agency outpaces discretion, locking in our courses way too young. The urgency conferred is really just depression. Offer you incentives, but they haven't. Everybody panic about the kids. Lock them up with extra dexedrine. Mathematics to impose success, or impose more unjust duress. Agency outpaces discretion, locking in our courses way too young. The urgency conferred is really just depression, making sure those underneath them always run. Without consent, it's really just depression by parasites surviving on their wages earned by lying, while they feed their fear of dying. Yes, let's feed upon the futures of the young. Extended outro version. All right, here's a good night song for everybody before I go. Sometimes I grow tired of playing the same old songs, the ones I'm trying to get down, so that others will sing along with them, learn them, and see me as having a repertoire that's not beyond the scope of their consumption, far indeed is the need to constrain. When I can't understand what's happening, I turn back to the guitar. It explains a thing or two as I strum myself a bar chord into some kind of open-ended ways of playing. A man can't only be logic, and a man can only be feelings. A man has got a hand to it, that which he's got to be stealing from the ether far above, unknown yet that's because heaven doesn't like to reveal itself. Oh, from the underneath, the underworld beneath, a place where it is neat and dry. Good night. Well, that's my good night song. Hallelujah. Hasta la vista. Olivia Rodrigo. Yeah. Thanks, everybody. Don't forget to eat plenty of cheese. Sorry I didn't get to lovely Rita next time. Maybe horse one more.